Hello, welcome to the stream. Today we're playing Witchfire. The new update dropped and it completely changed the progression apparently. I did read the patch notes for it, but I did not play it at all. I decided to wait for the stream so we can discover it together. And I will treat this stream sort of like a tutorial for the game. So if you've never played the game, if you want to check out if you might enjoy it, or if you just bought it and want to learn a bit about it, that might be a good opportunity. So let's immediately get to it. Let's create a new profile.
A war rages between the witches and the remnants of humanity ruled by the Church. Despite the numbers advantage, the Church and its armies keep losing territories to witches and their foul magic. In a distant land controlled by one of the witches, papal scouts discover a wreckage of a ship that had been lost for several centuries. It carried a valuable artifact, one that could change the course of the conflict. Only witch hunters called prayers can face a witch and live. You are one of them, anointed by the Pope himself to recover the artifact. After a long and arduous journey, low on witchfire that gives you unnatural powers, and with most of your belongings lost, you arrive at the destination.
So that's the story. And now we get to character selection. They are all quite balanced, and the choice between them is mostly just a starting weapon and possibly the stats. The last one is a hard mode basically, and it even gives you a warning down here that it's not beginner friendly, because all the other characters starts at level, I don't remember what it was. I think it was 6. And that means that you only need to level up once in order to start unlocking the weapons. This is the only what were they called? Prayer. Yeah, and this is the only prayer type that starts at level 1. So you're gonna have to level up quite a bit with him in order to start unlocking things. Saint is kind of the opposite, because he starts with a lot of things, but he also does start at level 1. Yeah, all the other start at level. So a butcher is a fairly decent starter. He used to be. I know that they changed the stats on him, but he used to be a pretty good starter because he had the highest health. I think we'll go with a hunter. Ricochet is I really like Ricochet, because like all the weapons in this game. Let's get into the game, and I can explain the loading stage. Oh, there is a cinematic now. Just gonna be a cinematic of like approaching the crematorium. Oh, no, it's not a cinematic. It's just okay. Also, it's a tutorial that just shows you how to shoot. And also, yeah, if you played the game before, I noticed that my dash button changed. So if you played the game before the update, you might want to take a look at the settings to see if something changed, because I didn't change a lot of key bindings, but Uh, I the first like kind of a dodgy based game that I've played was a Hogwarts Legacy, and in that game I don't even remember what the button for dodge was, but it was like really uncomfortable for me. So I changed it there to the back button on my mouse, and then I always bind dodge to the back button on my mouse, and if I don't have that bind there, I'm just it's muscle memory by now. What there was it? Yeah, like this thing sort of looked like a monster in the corner of my eye. But yeah, what is this game about? It's a game. It's a Souls-like, basically. It's a shooter. Souls-like. Oh, what are you, a monster? Oh, so it's a full-on map. Oh, and the thing is gone. I can go through there to the... Okay. Yeah, as I was saying, this is a shooter Souls-like. So, have a gun, you shoot with it, and your enemies will also be shooting at you, and you have to dodge the attacks. And you really need to be doing that, and you need to learn to do that fairly well, otherwise you will not do very well. And okay. And basically you spawn into a map. Yes, I don't play the game. Spawn into it. I don't know what that was, but I don't like it. You spawn into a map, you do objectives on the map. The objectives will give you... Ouch! I know now what you do, and I don't like it. Okay, but for the objectives that you do... That's a cool landscape, by the way. Yeah, for the objectives that you do, you gain resources. Most importantly, you get Witchfire, which is kind of a mix between XP and... Oh. Don't get shot on. Yeah, it's kind of a mix between XP and a currency. So you pay for a lot of things with Witchfire. And Witchfire is kind of like a magical energy that you steal from the witch to power your superpowers as a witch hunter. So yeah, you pay for a lot of things with Witchfire, including your level ups. And all the guns in the game will gain the special ability. not immediately, but like you can level up the guns. And when you do, they will gain a special ability, and then another level will improve that ability. And after there are packs of monsters on the map, and after defeating every pack, you get this large red crystal that I just picked up. And you can pick one of 3 sort of perks that are working only for this specific run. So if you extract, go back to the hub, you will lose all those effects. You don't have to pick them immediately. I could just close this screen and then go back into like inventory and open it and pick it at the later time. And there is always one of them is hidden, and in the maps you can find the white raven feathers, and they are also just bound to the run. When you go back to the hub, they get lost, and they are you can use one of them to uncover the hidden perk, or you can use 3 of them to pick another perk in a row. Let's pick up on that mastery. Alright, and yeah, if I open the map, yeah, all the packs are marked on the map with the skulls. The normal skull is a fairly easy pack. There is also normally a skull with like small horns as a bit more dangerous pack. And there is always one with those like huge horns, and it's an extremely dangerous pack. And it's usually the best to leave them for last when you have all the perks covered. Go over there. Ouch! I do not like these guys. Thankfully they don't do a lot of damage, but it's really easy to miss them. They do have a quite large hitbox though. I'm happy about that. This bullet right now, it definitely did not hit the actual skull. Alright, so the pack is... Yes, I know, Jesus. Pack is over there. We do also have spells, and one of the spells is, weirdly enough, a melee attack. Yo, what the hell is that? That is a new monster. And I do not like its face. Ammo preservation beat. Oh, so this is a part of the new progression. I was not expecting a boss in the tutorial area. I mean, I should have expected it, honestly. I mean, if it's a Souls-like, then I totally should have expected a tutorial boss. And the mushrooms are bigger. Because yeah, in the game there are... Oh, hello. That shows perfectly what I was talking about. I think the size is now randomized. But yeah, there are mushrooms in the game. And there are two kinds of mushrooms. Some of them are poisonous, some of them are edible. The poisonous ones damage you, of course, that's quite obvious. The edible ones actually heal. So, and the weird thing is that they are quite similar to each other. So for example, this is an edible mushroom, this one is not. And this is an edible mushroom, and this one is not. And with the puffballs, the smooth one is edible and the rough one is not. And this is a random spawn, you sometimes get those with mushroom circles. You did try to figure out last stream if those do something special. Oh, more mushrooms. But I think it's just a mushroom spawn. Nothing else. So, first I was trying to eat like all the edible mushrooms, nothing happened. And then I tried eating like all the mushrooms. Like period. And also nothing happened. So I'm pretty sure that these are just... Because sometimes things spawn on the map. That actually do something. And I believe this weird ghost over there is one of the fallen prayers. One of my predecessors. Talk to you. And this is a hermitorium. This is basically a hub area. You will come back to it every time you come back from the map. And all the maps are over there. So this is a starting map over there. It's a tiny island with a ruined tower in the middle. I think the rest is in the mist mostly. But this is an important part. This is a witch mountains. This is where the witch resides, which you are hunting. It's not in the game yet. The game is in early access, so you can go to the witch mountain, but there is no witch fight yet. There is a new map though in this patch. And I don't think we will be able to get to it this stream. But hopefully, maybe, we will be able to get to it on Tuesday. Yeah, and before this patch you usually started right here. And you could activate a tutorial area here. And it happened over there. So I wonder what actually is in here now. There is still a reverence here. And it still respawns. Alice discovery now. It's so cool. or crude imitation of a spell. That's how Elias discovered her secret. He doesn't command an army, just a handful of minions endlessly mirrored by magic. We must find her lair. Oh, so that's interesting. So the witches goons we are actually fighting in games are not goons at all. They're just illusions, if I understood that correctly. Just has like a couple of actual minions. Rosary bit. Another one, so we have two already. Okay, she just has a couple of minions. And she just makes illusions of them. If I got that right. And yeah, to access any kind of map you need a chart for it. So this is a chart for the first map. Let me just explore the heritage inventorium a little bit. That still doesn't do anything. You can make incense here. There was a recipe for it. Oh. I don't think there is anymore. Did they get rid of the recipe for the starter incense? Oh yeah, you can burn incense before going out into the map. And it will give you a buff for this map. And you need to gather the ingredients for each instance. This is a shrine where you can buy and level up. Sanctuary keynote. Ink still dark despite its paper's decay. Tells art and message. Too late for us, but vengeance is eternal. If you're truly one of us, mortal won't tear you apart, and you'll find the sanctuary key waiting just for you. Okay, so looks like you can not even enter the sanctuary or during the first run. But I did gather enough Witchfire to buy a level up. Yeah, the hunter starts with really low health, so I think I'm gonna go with health. Divine intervention. What the hell is a divine intervention? Chance to avoid negative effects and events. Okay. Increased chance for non-critical hits to be critical. Improves item discovery and grants a chance for extra drops. Okay, so faith is actually a decent stat now. And you actually do know what it does now. Before it was like a pretty abstract stat. And there was a lot of discourse on Reddit if it's a good stat or not. Weapon range is also quite two stats now. Ammo reserves, handling. Yeah, Metanoia was a separate stat before. Sanity loss resistance. So healing also now gives you a sanity resistance. I did see a lot of people on YouTube because I did watch a couple of reviews of like early review copies, and a lot of people actually were complaining about the new stat system, and I don't know, I actually kind of like it. So yeah, here are the maps. This is the only map that we can access right now. This is the only map that we have a chart for. And I did show it before. It's, like I said, it's a small island with a large ruined tower in the middle. This is where the witch resides, which now requires Gnosis of 5. I will get back to Gnosis later. But it didn't have actually Gnosis requirements before. It had like sort of not direct Gnosis requirement. Yeah, I thought that was the other map. Here's the Scarlet Coast, and this is a new location. Basically, the progression is you finish the Island of the Damned, you go to Scarlet Coast, then you go to Burmoor, Ironweed Castle, and probably the last location that is not shown yet are gonna be after that.